Okay, so you sent this article in about a potential shakeup in the world of AI chips. And wow, this is big. We're talking about the brains behind everything AI.
Yeah, everything from those chatbots everyone and their grandmother seems to be using these days
Yeah,
to the systems that are, designing life-saving medications.
it's a lot.
It really is. And it's a fascinating time to be looking at this technology because a lot of people don't realize, I think, that we're at this real turning point. Moving from training AI models, in labs to actually using them out in the real world.
And that's where this whole AI inference thing comes in, right? Can we
Right.
talk about that for a sec? In plain English this time?
Okay, yeah, sure. AI inference, it's basically how AI thinks.
Mm-hmm.
It's the process of taking a trained AI model and then, you're kind of letting it loose on new information to get a result. So, say when you ask your smart speaker to set a timer
Right.
or a self-driving car, analyzing the road in real time, that's AI inference.
In the article you sent in, it really zooms in on this company, Cerebras.
Yeah.
And they are building these absolutely massive AI chips,
Massive is an understatement.
specifically designed for this whole inference thing. And we're talking dinner plate sized compared to the chips I think we're all used to seeing.
That's right, yeah. What Cerebras has done is, well, it's pretty revolutionary. See, the current leader in AI chips, Nvidia, they built their success on these things called GPUs, which are great for training AI, but not ideal for inference. Even the best ones. They require you to link like hundreds, even thousands of these things together
Wow.
to handle really complex AI tasks. And that creates a bottleneck.
So it's like trying to get a million cars through a single toll booth.
Exactly. And Cerebras comes in and says,
Yeah.
what if we build one massive superhighway that can handle all that traffic at once?
Okay, I like where this is going.
Their CS3 chip. It's essentially that superhighway. All that processing power on a single chip, it's a game changer. For AI inference specifically, and that's why, there are so many eyes on them right now.
It's huge. So we've got these massive AI chips from Cerebras potentially changing everything we thought we knew about AI inference. But the article you sent, it also mentioned another contender, another company going after that Nvidia crown, Groq. And they seem to be taking a bit of a different approach.
Yeah, they really are. So Cerebras went with that one chip to rule them all idea, Groq. They focus more on scalability. They designed their chips to be super efficient. And then they made it really easy to connect a whole bunch of them together.
Okay, so like Lego blocks.
Yeah, kind of.
So Cerebras is like having this one super fast lane to get where you need to go. And Groq is more like having, I don't know, a bunch of really efficient lanes all working together seamlessly.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. And that difference in philosophy, you really see it in how each company talks about performance.
How so?
Well, like Cerebras, they boast about handling trillions of transistors and, these crazy numbers of tokens per second.
Tokens, okay. I feel like we need a quick refresher on what those are in the world of AI.
Oh, yeah, sure. Basically, tokens. Think of them like the atoms of language for AI. Every word, every punctuation mark, even parts of words, it all gets broken down into these tokens. And the more of them the chip can process every second, well, the faster, more nuanced the AI's responses can be.
So for those chatbots everyone's using, it basically means they can have more natural, human-like conversations.
Exactly.
Got it. So Cerebras is all about pushing the limits of speed with a single chip. Where does that leave Groq? Are they just not as fast?
No, they're still incredibly fast, just going about it in a different way. So a single Grog chip on its own, it might not reach the raw horsepower of
Yeah.
Cerebra's CS3, but their system as a whole, it really shines when you need to scale up to these massive AI workloads. Imagine needing to process data from thousands of self-driving cars at once. Or maybe analyzing these huge scientific data sets. That's where Grok really comes into its own. They've basically made it easier to build a supercomputer, but one that's custom-tailored to your specific needs.
Interesting. So it sounds like both Cerebras and Groq, they're both addressing the limitations of those traditional GPUs in their own way.
Yeah, exactly. They're just, coming at it from different angles.
Right, right.
And that's what makes this whole thing so interesting, I think, because it's not just about, who's got the fastest chip today. It's about who can adapt to the ever-changing demands of AI.
It's like a marathon, not a sprint.
Exactly.
The article did have that interesting comparison chart,
The stack up.
yeah, the stack up,
Yeah.
showing how Cerebras and Groq measure up to each other and to Nvidia.
Right.
What did you make of that?
Well, I think it really highlighted something important. There's no one-size-fits-all winner here.
Okay.
Nvidia, they still have a lot going for them,
Yeah.
especially for companies that really value their software. which is, very mature at this point. And Nvidia's got that huge network of partners.
Right.
But for companies on the cutting edge, the ones who need to like really squeeze every ounce of performance out of their AI,
Mm-hmm.
especially for inference, Cerebras and Groq are looking really good.
Interesting.
It's all about using the right tool for the job at the end of the day.
And right now, it seems like there are more great tools available than ever before.
I think that's a good takeaway. Yeah.
It's wild to me reading through this article and just thinking about how these AI chips, these advancements, it could have a huge ripple effect
Mhm.
on things we don't even like think about, like faster drug discovery.
No, absolutely.
That's massive.
That's life-changing stuff, and that's what has me so excited about all of this right now. We're not just talking about making things,
Yeah.
a bit faster or more efficient. We're talking about changing what's possible, really.
I like the sound of that.
The article even mentioned the CEO of Perplexity.
Oh, right. They're building that next-gen search engine.
Right, exactly. And they were saying that this tech, this
Mhm.
chip technology, it could completely revolutionize how we look for information online.
Okay, now that is something I think everyone can get behind.
Right.
But let's be realistic for a second. The article makes it pretty clear that Nvidia, they're still the giant in this space.
They got that market share, yeah.
So, realistically, can Cerebras or Groq, can they actually take down the king?
It's a tough battle, for sure. NVIDIA's got that huge head start, like you said. Not to mention a massive network of partners and a really loyal customer base. But the world of AI, it moves so fast.
Right.
What's important today might be obsolete tomorrow, you know? It's not about resting on your laurels, that's for sure. The companies that are going to succeed, they're the ones who are constantly pushing the boundaries, adapting and innovating.
So it's not just about being the biggest or the fastest anymore.
No, not at all. It's about understanding what AI needs.
Yeah.
And right now, a big part of that is inference. And you need to design specifically for that. Cerebras and Groq, they've both shown they get that, which makes them serious contenders in my book. But you also can't discount the importance of, building a strong ecosystem, getting those developers on board, forming the right partnerships. Those are all critical when it comes to long-term success in this industry.
It's a marathon, not a sprint, that we were saying before.
Exactly.
So where does this leave us then? What should our listener be taking away from all of this?
I think that's the great thing about these kinds of deep dives. It's a chance to step back and really look at the big picture.
Yeah.
My advice. Think about how these advancements, how they could impact your work or your life even.
It's not just about the tech, right?
Yeah. Are you in a field that uses, I don't know, data analysis, automation, creative problem solving even? Because these changes are going to have a ripple effect across industries, I think.
It's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out.
The most important thing is to stay curious, ask questions. Don't be afraid to experiment. The future of AI, it's being written right now.
I like that.
And it's up to all of us to decide what that looks like.
I love that. And here's something to think about as you're, continuing to explore this world, right? Could this shift in AI chip technology, could it lead to, I don't know, a whole wave of entirely new AI applications, things we haven't even dreamed of yet?
Yeah.
What world-changing innovations might be just around the corner? Until next time, keep asking questions and dive deep.